Okay, so I'm nervous. I literally feel like I'm shaking because I have a whole bunch of notes that I want to share with you, and I want them to come across right. I want you guys to be able to feel what I have to say and to be able to connect with me. So, hi Lynette. I literally have pages, you guys, of notes that I want to share. So bear with me as I get through them, but I want you to do something for me. I want you to share an emoji. I want you to share this video because this video is going to touch people and it's going to change lives, and I am going to get passionate about this. So please, if you're on, please share this. Comment on this so that it will go out and touch people, because I feel so strongly there are people that need to see this today. There is someone that needs to hear what I have to say. So please share this video, share an emoji, so that whoever it is that needs to hear this will hear this. Okay, so bear with me because I have some notes, and I want to make sure that I get through this properly. So first of all, I want to ask you, hi Cassie, I want to ask you, what do you hate? Think about that, truly. In your life, what do you hate about your life? What is it that you absolutely despise that you want to change? Think about that for a couple minutes and think about, for instance, for me, what did I hate before Beachbody? What did I hate? I hated, I'm going to go to my notes, you guys, because I really want to make sure that I get this right, and I wrote this down. Dang it, I can't find where I put it. You guys, my notes are a mess. I'm serious. Bear with me. I promise this is going to be good. Okay, so right here. I hated that my husband and I always argued. I hated that I was a yelling, screaming mom. Hi, Diane. Hi, Cassie. I hated that I didn't want to get out of bed in the morning. I hated what I looked like. I hated it. Every time I walked past the mirror, I would tell myself how fat and ugly I was, and I hated that about myself. I hated the mediocre life that I was living, and I wanted something to be done about that. Hi, Heather. So, I want to say I used to be scared of what everyone was going to think about me. I used to be scared because I was worried what people would judge me for. You guys, please drop an emoji, comment. I want to get this building. I really need to share this, and I need it to get out there because I know there's someone today that needs to hear this. So if you're on, please comment, please like, do something to spread this word, to get people on this call. On this live video. So I used to be scared. I used to be scared of everyone that was, what they were thinking around me. I was scared of how they were judging my actions. I was scared because our society is a herd mentality society. And what that means is that if you don't fit into their mold, they try to do one of two things. They try to mock you and ridicule you for the way that you're trying to step out of that herd, or they try and tell you, I love you, I'm doing this to help you change. I'm embarrassed for you. What you're doing is inappropriate. You need to change. You need to come back in, because they want you to be part of the herd. They want you to be like them. You'll even have family and close friends tell you, you need to stop. You're embarrassing yourself. What you're doing isn't going to change you. It's not good for you. It's not good for your kids. Stop wasting your time. Stop being different than other people. They're going to try and pull you back in to fit in with the herd. Because if you go off, they feel like you're not like them, and they don't want to feel uncomfortable. So don't listen to the herd mentality. So our lives, nowadays hi everybody, nowadays we are bred to be mediocre. We're bred to live mediocre lives. You guys, if you're on, please like, please comment. I really want this to spread. I want people to see what I have to say. But I want to tell you, I am done being mediocre. I'm done living the life of debt that I've living the life of paycheck to paycheck, because we can't even make it paycheck to paycheck. I'm having to put, I've had to put money on credit cards because I can't even make it paycheck to paycheck. I'm done with that. I'm sick of that. And I don't care what anybody thinks anymore. I don't care if you guys want to judge me or think I'm crazy or tune out because you're like, you know what? Whoa, Sharon's going psycho. Because I'm done living a life of stress. I'm done conforming to what others tell me that I have to be or think that I should be. I'm done being just a mom who cleans, who cooks, who taxis her kids around, and when they're at school, who sits and wastes my day away watching Netflix or reading love romance novels. I am done with that. I want to be different. I know God has called me to be something different, and I know some of you are feeling the same way. I know you're feeling that tug at your heart, that calling to be more, even though society tells us we should be the same. Political correctness, everybody needs to be the same. But I've decided that I'm stepping up my game. I'm going to rely more fully on God and me to reach the greatness that I know He's put inside me. We've had greatness built into us. God created us to be great. But we have to make that decision. We have to make that decision to still be standing at the end of the battle, because we're going to be fought against. People are going to tell us no. People are going to tell us we're not good enough. People are going to fight against us, and they're going to try and rein us back into the herd because they don't want us to be different. They don't want us to succeed, because if we succeed and they don't, that makes them look bad in their mind. We don't look at them and think they're bad, but in their mind makes them look bad, and they don't want to feel that way. So you have to make sure that the pain of stopping short is less than, the pain of stopping short, I can't even say this right, you guys, because I'm so fired up, is less than the pain of falling short. So you guys, if you fall short, that's one thing. If you did everything you could and you gave it all you've got and you fell short, you're still miles beyond where everybody else is. But if you stop short because somebody says you're not good enough and they are naysayers and you listen to them, then you chose to stop short, and the pain is going to suck where you're at, because then you're going to feel like a failure, and feeling like a failure on top of already feeling fat and unhappy with your life and like a failure wife and all those other things is going to suck. And a lot of times it's going to cause depression and anxiety and stress and eventually possibly suicide, because you won't be able to live with yourselves. You guys, I've been there. I've been in a place where I wanted to end my life because I hated where it was. And I don't want to be there anymore. And I don't want you to be there. When we were kids and we were first growing up and we were hitting the 5-6-year-old stage, our parents and our loved ones told us, you can be anything you want to be. What do you want to be when you grow up? You can be anything. Aspire to that. Go out and change the world, right? We were told that. But then when we become adults and we try and go out and change the world, what happens? What happens? People say, oh, you're not going to make that. Or if you do fall short, instead of them saying, you know what, keep going, keep trying, you can get there, they say, it's okay. It's okay that you didn't make it, neither did I. You're going to be just like the rest of us, so it's not a big deal. Why? What changes from the time our kids are little until they're adults? Do we think that it's our right to tell them that it's okay to stop? It's not okay to stop. God put that into our hearts to want to change, to want to be better, to want to live our lives to the fullest, because if we don't have that drive, we won't change and we'll live mediocre lives our whole lives. God is not a God of mediocrity. God is a God of love and joy and passion and power, and He wants us to live our lives like that. Hi guys! If you're on, if you will please drop an emoji. So that this will build to other people. Share what you hate. What do you hate? What drives you? Okay, again, I'm following my notes, so hang with me for a second. So don't quit what you're battling against right now. What you're battling against right now will make you stronger as you push on. And I believe you can do it. And I know you can do it. If you don't listen to those naysayers. You'll never know your potential if you keep resisting the process. Don't resist the process. Don't let others stop you. Don't resist the greatness that is in you trying to come out. Everyone wants money, right? This world wants money. That's why the lottery is billions of dollars dumped into that annually, because people want an easy money. They don't want to work hard for it. They want to go buy a ticket that takes 5 minutes to buy, and they want to win big because they want to just be done. They want to retire and they want to live their life comfortable with a lot of money. But I am not in this to be comfortable. As you can tell, I'm not in this to be comfortable. I am in this to save people's lives. I'm in this business and I'm battling with you because I want to save people from foreclosure. We've been there. It sucks. I know how much weight it pulls you down and it makes you feel worthless. I know. If you don't believe me, you guys, we had 3 foreclosures, me and my husband. First got married. We were going to live the dream. We invested all the money we had and we lost it. And we felt like failures and it sucks. And I hated living that life. I hated feeling that way. I want to save people from living paycheck to paycheck or living on a credit card because that's all you know and that's all you have. I want to save your marriages from the hate and the anger that Satan puts between us when we just sit and bicker over stupid things. I know, I've been there, and it's ridiculous. You fight because he didn't load the dishes right. Guys, I've done that. I'll admit, I've done that, and I bet you have too. And it destroys our marriages. It destroys what we could have that's good. I want to save people from depression, from anxiety, from suicide. Because like I mentioned earlier, I have been in those places. And although it may seem like I'm totally not in those places now, I have been to the point where I've considered taking my own life multiple times because I've gotten that depressed and that brought down. And I didn't feel like I had anybody to reach out to. I felt alone. And I felt like even though I had the Savior that I could turn to, I wasn't worthy of him. I wasn't worthy of turning to him because I had made my own bed and I was going to lie in it. Because that's what our society teaches us. We chose those actions, so it's our fault. Sometimes life just craps on you, and sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes that's how you have to learn. Sorry, I'm heated. Hang on a second. So I want to say that it literally, truly can save you guys from these different things like it has saved me. That it's been such a blessing in my life. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Diane. That it's been such a blessing for me. It's led me in such a positive direction. It has brought me so much closer to God because I rely on him every day. You guys, I get down on my knees every single morning and I pray that I will be a guide and a blessing to you because I feel that's my calling in life. I feel like something that I have to say may change something. It might shift your mind to make you a happier person, to bless your life in some way. And if I can do that small little part because God guided me to touch you and to reach out to you, then I've done what he's asked me to do. And I've stopped living a mediocre life. And I have saved you through God. I am God's hands for him because he cannot come down and save everybody himself. That's not his plan. His plan is for us to work together, to grow and to strengthen and build each other up, to go back to him. And I want to do that for you. I want to be your strength. If you feel like you have no one else to turn to and you maybe don't feel worthy of turning to Jesus right now as your Savior, turn to me. Because I've been in a lot of places that I don't talk about because they're dark for me. And I don't like talking about them. One place that I was that I absolutely hated when I lived in Florida. This was a hard day, guys. I was pregnant with my second baby. I was so sick that I could not get out of bed on my own. And my husband had to work, and he worked an hour away, and he took the car every day, and I had a 3-year-old. Sorry, I do not normally get emotional like this. And I had a 3-year-old. And I couldn't get out of bed to take care of him. And I'd made a little cupboard that he could get his own snacks, his own puddings, and there was a drawer in the fridge he could get his own cheese sticks and yogurt so that he wouldn't starve during the day because I just had to lay there until my husband came home. And he had climbed up, scooted a chair over and climbed up on the counter and climbed up and got our knives. And had dropped them on the floor. And it scared me so bad because I didn't have anyone to help me. And that morning before my husband left to work, he had called 6 women that I knew. We'd only been there for a year, so I really didn't have a ton of friends. And every single one of them said, I'm sorry, I can't help her today. I wish I could. If it was another day, I would. But today, I can't help her. And while I laid there in bed going through that, I thought, I will never be that person. If somebody needs help, I want to help them. Because that just might be their breaking point. And I don't know. And maybe that was what God did that to me for, so that I could feel the draw to be able to serve others as passionately as I do. But it was a horrible time in my life. And I never want you guys to have to go through that. Oh, sorry. So I wanted to say, this is not all just about body image. It's not just about looking good and fitting into that cute little black dress. However, when you feel confident in yourself, you stop worrying about your body, because you can finally love how you feel and how you look. And when you can do that, you can serve God more fully, because it's not all up in your mind sitting there complaining about yourself while you're trying to be out serving others. You can serve passionately and confidently because it's not in the back of your mind telling you you're ugly and you're fat and they don't want your help anyway. God, I'm still shaking. You can step out and take adventures that you never thought you'd be able to previously because you were battling your own self-worth in your mind daily. And that's a horrible place to be in. But I've been there so many times. Stop walking around like zombies. Stop going through the motions day after day, because that's what we're freaking told to do. We're told that you grow up, you go to school, you go to college, you get married, you have babies, you go to work, and you work for 40 years. It's the 40-year plan, and then you retire. And instead of getting to travel the world, instead of getting to have a beautiful yard that you can have horses on, instead of getting to go on hikes with your family, instead of getting to go see your grandkids, you're stuck in your home, watching TV all day, walking around your 55 plus community, because that's all you can afford. Because that's what society's told you to do. Stop being zombies. Wake up. There's so much potential in us. God created so much passion and power in us, but we have to wake up and we have to grab that and we have to take that. So I want to ask you again, what do you hate? Think about it. What do you hate enough to make you change? Because until you figure out what it is that you hate, you're just going to live the rest of your life mediocre. And that's not what God intended us to do. I remember as a kid hearing this story that there was this guy that came up to this old farmer that was sitting on a porch with his dog, and he was rocking in a rocking chair, and this dog was just moaning. And the guy, I think it was like a salesman or something, said, "Why is your dog always moaning?" And the old guy said, "Well, because he's sitting on a nail." And he says, "Well, why in the heck doesn't he get off the nail?" And he said, "Because the pain of sitting on the nail is not as bad as the pain of him getting up to get off of it." You guys, quit sitting on the nail because the pain isn't strong enough. Get up and change your lives. You have to hate it enough for it to drive you to change you. So today, I want you to write down the things that you hate enough to cause you to change, to get that fire and that passion in you to make you step out of your comfort zone and to change. And if you're ready, I want you to get on this train with me. I want us to drive this journey together because it sucks to do it alone. And it's almost impossible to do it alone because of all the naysayers that are going to come at you and try to get you to conform, to get back in the herd. You're not allowed to be outside the herd. You're not allowed to get out of the box. They want you in the box because they don't want to feel uncomfortable. And when you get out of the box and you show them that it can be done, it makes them feel lazy, it makes them feel incompetent, and it makes them feel like they don't want to have to try that. So get back in the box to make them comfortable. This is not about them being comfortable. This is about your joy, your future. Hi, Heather. So let's work together. Let's work side by side to make those changes possible for you. There are people out there like Sharon of 2 years ago, of 7 years ago, of 9 years ago in Florida that hated their lives. There are people who are unhappy with their lives. They hated feeling lonely. They hated feeling like nobody cared enough to step in and help them with their 3-year-old while they were sick in bed. They hated feeling ugly and icky and uncomfortable in their own skin. There are Sharons who felt different, and they couldn't figure out why they felt different when everybody was telling them to conform. And they felt like they were the black sheep, and they were weird, and they were strange. There are Sharons who are trying to live the life of the zombie, just going day to day, but hating that about themselves. And I want to reach out to you. If you feel like you're a Sharon from 2 years ago, 5 years ago, that has any of these things that I've been talking about in your life, if you are the Sharon that's feeling right now like ending your life because nobody cares about you and because you're not good enough, I want to speak to you, and I want you to know I want to link arms with you, and I want to walk with you, and I want to help you be able to change and to avoid those naysayers, to reach out and find the joy that you want in your life. And when you decide to break out and to make those changes, you will have those people that are mad at you. You will have those naysayers, and oftentimes they will be your closest friends and family, which is so sad because they come at you saying, I'm doing this out of love. I'm doing this to help you, to save you. If God is pulling at your heart, telling you to do something, and they're telling you opposite, don't listen to them, because it's not going to bless your life. It's going to bring you back down and make you mediocre again. Hi, everyone. So what do you hate? So I want to end this now with asking you again, what do you hate? Think about it. Think about the things that you hate. Now think about what excites you. Think about what excites you. Do you want to travel the world with your family, seeing new places, serving people? You guys, a passion of mine, I want to travel. And while we travel, we want to go to orphanages and we want to serve in those orphanages. That's a passion of mine. I want to be able to go out and touch those people. And I don't want to have to worry that I don't have the income to be able to stay an extra 4 days if we need to stay an extra 4 days because that orphanage needs us. Because there's a kid there that we're going to be able to touch and change their lives. So, what excites you? Do you want to be able to go out on date nights every Friday night with your spouse without having to put it on the credit card? Or without having to say, well, we can't go do that with our friends. They invited us to go do, I don't know if you guys have heard of those escape games. They are super fun. Go do them if you haven't. But I don't want to be able to not afford to go do those escape games with my friends because we can't afford $26 a person. That's outrageous. We can't even afford $26 a person. I mean, for both of us to go out to eat, we got to go to a restaurant like the Pita Pit that it's going to be $10, $15 for both of us to go out. And then we're bored afterwards because we don't want to go home to be with the kids, but we don't really want to stay out at the Pita Pit because that's boring. You guys have been on those date nights and they suck. And I don't want them for you. I want more for you. Do you want to spend a day making memories with your child, running on the beach and picking up shells and not worried that you had to put that $1,000 on the credit card to get to that beach? You want to be able to live with freedom. What excites you? What drives you? What do you want in your life? Dream again, you guys. We're told as kids that we can dream and we can have anything, and then we get to this age and we dream and people are like, that's never going to happen. That's not reality. Quit dreaming. Oh, you're just a dreamer. And they literally tease and make fun of us. Stop letting that happen. Stop letting other people take away your dreams and your joy. Join me because your joy is worth so much more than what those naysayers have to say to you. I love you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hearing me out. And maybe right now, this is too much for you. Maybe right now you had to get off the call because you're just like, whoa, Sharon's going crazy. I'm not ready for this change in my life. But maybe you are ready. Maybe you're ready to step out and be bold. And when you are ready, please reach out to me. Join me and let me know that you're ready so that I can hold your hand. I can walk with you. I can run with you. And I can help you find the joy in your life that you want. I can help you get over use that hate to change you, to get over those things. And if you're not ready right now, like I said, if you're not ready right now, I understand. But I hope that you remember when you are ready to be bold and to step out and to ask yourself, why not me? Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, please subscribe below. I greatly appreciate it. I love my followers. Thanks for watching so much.